Hi, and welcome back to Someone Needs to Say It TV. I'm Emily here with Alex, and today we're going to be talking about the SNAP food benefits again. We're going to change it up a little bit, but Alex, I'll let you go ahead and lead on what we're going to be talking about. I'm going to edit that out.
Sorry, I had a brain fart. So no, basically what we wanted to do today, even though we covered it the other day, we wanted to start the discussions of, instead of just complaining about stuff, which in generality, just complaining about things doesn't really do much. You got to come to the table with solutions or ideas, and that's what we want to do here. We told y'all at the beginning, and so we've been talking about things that we think that they could incorporate at the higher echelons, administrative level, and so we have our own ideas that we're going to discuss them here, and then hopefully you guys will give us some feedback so that we can address your ideas in the comments, start a discussion, so hopefully we can get somewhere. Somebody see it, whether it's your congressman. And hey, one thing that I meant to say before, you should really contact your representatives, your local congressmen, the people that are elected to represent you. Tell them how you feel. If you don't reach out and you don't tell them, they're going to do what they think is best for you. They might not always listen and do exactly what you say, but you really should communicate with your representatives. That's why our system is designed to work that way. So if you're not, I know everybody says, oh, well, it's just one vote, or it's just me, or nothing's going to happen if I just say it, but you do it, and other people with the same mentality do it, you'd be surprised. Things can change. That's how it's supposed to change. But
Absolutely. So do you think, with the SNAP food benefits going on, what solution do you think would be a good, just bouncing off your head, what solutions do you think?
As far as fixing the program, or as far as getting things back on track?
Yeah, it's kind of a broad question. As far as, I know a lot of people are complaining about the benefits being taken away, but are they really being taken away from the disabled?
I mean, I think there's a lot of misunderstanding about that, but that's partially on the government's fault because they didn't explain what's actually happening. So everybody's, when you don't give clear, concise information, you leave things up for interpretation. I think that especially in a situation like this where you're talking about a program that's going to benefit or that's going to affect every person or 40 million Americans and putting food on the table and feeding their kids, I think you should be very clear about what's going to happen. So I don't agree at all with the way that they went about this, and
how would you
finding out a week before the stuff's about to end, like, wait, by the way, SNAP's about to go away in a week, and hopefully you have a way to feed your family. That's not cool. That's not right. We blow money on all kinds of stuff. The least they could do is give people a heads up more than a week, like we're about to turn this off.
They did come in
that was not cool, and I can't get on board with that. However, the second part of your question,
I don't remember.
No. What it's going to affect people. There's also different sides to it, so it's not going to affect everyone per se. But we talked about the work requirements, or the volunteer hours, or the work requirements. But then a lot of people were saying things like, "Oh, well, you're cutting off money for the disabled and the elderly."
Are they really getting affected though?
Depending on what state you're in. And even after the federal government comes back online, which this isn't an argument to be had or to shut down the government over. That's what really my behind about it. It's like, this is a big deal. Why are we shutting down the government to talk about this? We should all be at the government talking about this, and everybody's
we
not.
We should all be coming together.
We have a problem, guys, but everybody go home and let's not talk about it. That makes absolutely no sense. But
it needs to be said.
Once things come back, they get back into DC and they start actually talking to it, and once they actually bring the program back online, people with medical issues, whatever, they won't be affected by the work requirement. That's not going to happen.
Okay.
Work requirement is more so for the people that are able-bodied and are receiving benefits, even though they don't necessarily have a true reason, in my opinion. Like, some people fall on hard times and everybody needs help, but like, stay in a program for years and years and years when you're able-bodied and you could go work, but you don't. That's not how the program was designed.
I feel like they could change the program that way to motivate more people to get out and work 100%. Instead of just keeping them on this program. I feel like it's because I have been had Medicaid one time in my life, and I was on it for a short period of time before I was able to get back on my feet, but it did help me get back on my feet.
I'm glad you brought that up. It's a perfect example to illustrate what we're talking about. Medicaid, were you pregnant?
I was not pregnant.
Oh, you weren't? Okay.
No.
I thought that, well, from my experience with other people, when they get pregnant, they have, mother gets Medicaid for the child. Well, that's how it should be, because I don't want that child, have doctor's appointments, checkups, or, have to give birth.
Yeah.
Lawn care. What if you have NICU, baby's born prematurely? There's all kinds of stuff that
it's
are hugely expensive.
Yeah.
Is designed for that. Medicare, Medicaid is designed to perform those functions.
Too. Yeah.
WIC, you have that baby to make sure that baby has the nutritional that it needs to grow, because it's very important. Like paramount.
Yeah, we're gonna push a legalization of abortion. We need, as a country,
for sure,
we need to support these mothers.
Even if we weren't pushing for them to have babies, we should still do that, because that's the right thing. Like,
it's the right thing to do.
Able-bodied people that don't want to work, we can figure that out. But I don't care if the baby was if the person was forced to have a baby or not. I'm all about feeding babies.
Yes,
I don't
we
care.
need to fix that in our system. That's something we need to come to a solution on.
I'm never going to be against that.
But our system definitely needs to be fixed in that way. And so it's not just you have a baby and nope, that's it. It's more to it.
I wish school lunches were, at least in public schools, was for by the.
Oh, they were free, but they took that away.
Certain places, like
where I go,
Texas City, they had free lunches, like included. League City or I didn't necessarily have that. I think that should be a given.
Yeah, I agree.
Of all the things people want for free, I think feeding our kids breakfast and lunch at school should be included. Whatever that costs us, whatever our property tax has to be, or
I'll pay for it.
Sign me up.
I will gladly pay for it.
2 thumbs up. But as far as getting back, kind of got course there.
The train kind of went tracks a little bit, but we're coming back, y'all. Bear with us.
The SNAP thing. I mean, it's people that are complaining, in my opinion, about having to work a little bit or do community service. They do have a point and want to be open-minded about it and minded. You should be able to do something. Like, you can do something. And I don't think that that's ridiculous to ask them to do that. However, the part where they penalize people for, like, once you're earning money, they want to take you off the program because the cutoff. I mean, you looking at it earlier.
The numbers are crazy.
Of where they cut you off. Hey, if you make this amount of money, you get benefits. If you make $100 more than that,
they cut you off immediately.
It's
up. Not like a gradual that happens. It's a cold turkey cut off.
Oh,
you're
you made
done.
too much money, you're done.
Yeah.
I don't think that's the right way. I think that if we should have like some type of graduation program, like where, hey, glad that you got a better paying job. We're glad that you're starting to do something. Hey, let's work with you for 6 months. Maybe if you start making a bunch of money, maybe we can like kind of try a little bit.
Yeah, let's go out.
They can stack their money up because they still got to have a first month's, last month's rent. Getting a car, getting insurance, getting together. That's not something that you can say, oh, well, you made $200 more this month, so that's going to fix everything.
And a lot of them get cut off before they even get their first paycheck.
And what happens if they lose that job a month later?
Yeah.
And now you got to go back into the system, which everybody knows that system's not fast.
No, it takes a while. I mean, but it's quick to take you off of it, but it takes a long time to get on it.
The government will give you money slow, but take it back real fast.
Yeah.
No, so it's but I mean, like, it really, to me, that with all the committees and groups and oversight stuff that Congress, whatever Senate has, why isn't there like a Commons Committee? Where they sit down, they bring in people and say, hey, like, what do you think? Because in the military, we would do that, where division commanders or whatever would come in and they would sit down with soldiers, like the lower end soldiers, and say, like, hey, what do you guys think about what's going on? What do you guys think about the programs that we have? Because we're the ones that were actually, boots around living that.
Yeah.
And so they call it Command Climate Survey, which, whatever. But when the big dogs came down and talked to the lower end soldiers, you got real information. You got unfiltered, how it is. They tell you how it really is, how the conditions are like, what their schedule is like, and that's how you really get the picture of the people. Yes, we elect people to go to D.C., and there's to have our best interests in mind.
Mothers.
We need to constantly.
Nutritionists.
Yeah.
Real Americans, blue collar, just your average,
But from real people.
Real Americans
really in
to
the
come
process.
Together, to represent us.
Not just a bunch of people that got elected and just because they want to bring money to their states or their constituents.
I would be a great improvement. Yeah, I'm all for it.
I think those committees could really help us out.
What do you think about the having diet restrictions on these SNAP food benefits?
Man, so there's a lot of people talking about that right now.
Yeah.
I'm okay. So I like things from both sides. I'm a realist.
Yeah.
Least amount of government possible. But being said, I think that there's some legitimately realistic expectations that there should be in receiving money from a program like SNAP.
Yeah.
Because let's be real, let's call a spade a spade. SNAP is the government giving you money for nutritional food to feed your family. It's part of the name.
Yeah, it says
it's part of the name. Nutrition is part of the name.
Yes.
I don't think that it's right to receive money because of your financial situation and then buy luxury, exotic, high foods like king crab legs. I'm not saying, we'll try to limit what people can buy. I'm just saying, let's be real. Like, there's some that I can't buy some king crab legs. Why should it's in a financial position to need assistance from the government to be able to feed their family, being able to buy king crab legs? That doesn't make sense.
Any sense to me
How much
either.
real food
What about the junk food that they're buying?
How much could you buy for your kids instead of Alaskan king crab legs? You buy a whole lot of food, nutritious food.
I mean, people argue about, another argument they have is about healthy food being more expensive than junk food.
Man, that's a farce. Cooking at home is cheaper than going out to eat. And healthy food is...
Well, you have people buying these microwavable meals.
Those are like $8, $9 for a single meal.
Those are a lot. I mean, and really quote unquote healthy. I would say healthy is just buying... Apples are like...
I think it comes down to effort. And I'm just going to call a spade a spade.
I feel more people should be willing to cook.
If you don't know how, YouTube, Google.
There are so many resources out there that can help you cook and learn. There's
no excuse anymore.
Excuse. We have the encyclopedia, dictionary, internet, everything in the palm of our hands.
Just got to step up and do it.
Why can't we cook and make our families healthier and better?
I'm making excuses and just make it happen.
I know.
And I hate to break it to you, it's gonna be
tough love part coming from us.
Man. I mean, hey.
No, I thought having more up in cooking is a lot more affordable than you would think.
And I think it's a
lot more healthy too, as well.
But on caveat to that, there are a lot of companies now where you can, you've seen on the internet or even at your grocery store where they have like those pre-meals that if you have an air fryer, you can literally pull it out, put it in an air fryer. It's got chicken, asparagus, rice, like the whole thing there. I don't know what the pricing is. Maybe we need to look into that and put some in the comments.
I think they're a little pricey,
like
but if
Blue
you do it
Apron
yourself,
or something like that.
Yeah.
But you meal prep. But let's just say you didn't. Let's look at that. We'll put some info. And we'll follow up to that and let's price it.
Yeah, and also, what do y'all think about that too? Do you think it's cheaper to cook your meals and buy more nutritional food items instead of the microwavable stuff or the processed or the chips and all that? Because I feel like it's cheaper to get some apples and oranges than getting a potato chips, which is like $8, $9 without it's about $8 a bag of chips. It's crazy.
It really has gotten crazy. I was surprised at the price of that. But yeah, I haven't meal prep just a little bit, but if there's anybody out there that has actually like legitimately weekly, monthly meal prep, like if you mind, sharing some tricks or some links or whatever, I actually was thinking about. I was talking to my dad the other day about considering
like freezing them.
Well, you buy a packet of chicken. And then it makes, because you got to build it out and see how many you're going to need for each meal, but then you build it out and buy the right containers and stuff. So if you guys got any knowledge out there and can share this, that's just for y'all. We're not here to tell you, you're wrong or we're right. No, we're trying to figure out, hey, does this work?
A guy and gal having a discussion with y'all. That's it.
Trying to figure it out, just like y'all, man. We're all in this boat together.
But yeah, so what do you think about the illegal immigrants on SNAP? There is about 1.5 million.
Okay, so let me just say this. Do you remember when they told us that illegal immigrants can't vote? Okay, well now that's bullcrap. Then they said, illegal immigrants can't get benefits. Now we know that's total bullcrap. Just today, 2024, 2.1 million people illegal immigrants got issued social security numbers. What the heck?
I don't know.
We're gonna in the comments watch this video last night where there was this lady that worked for a non-governmental organization, and she literally quit because she was disgusted at what they were doing. She said that we were receiving these immigrants in, and we don't call them immigrants, we don't call them illegals, we don't call them no disparaging words, or we call them clients. And she was like, at first I was overwhelmed, so I kept doing it, whatever. And she was like, and then once it all settled in, she was like, I can't believe this is happening. Like she was blew me away, and they were them on how this is what you say. This is how you get a social security card. This is how you get a passport. Then you have states like California that are giving people driver's licenses to drive semi-trucks. How do you think the semi-truck drive, like those things that have hit the news lately, semi-drivers causing these big old huge wrecks? hey, RIP, feel bad for all the people that are affected, but like that shouldn't happen. That shouldn't even be.
It's very much preventative.
There's a whole lot of stuff that's happening that they tell us isn't possible, but like, bro, you don't have.
Remember how they tried to say that Texas wasn't having a border crisis, but we're down here in Texas, and clearly we were having a border crisis.
Until they sent over to
up north.
Yeah, and now it's like, oh, the Texas governor's a jerk for sending us all this thing. Oh, I thought we didn't have a problem.
Yeah, we do have a problem.
I mean,
Living here in Houston, Texas, we do have an immigrant problem.
How many people were on? It was like, so there's 40 million people on SNAP. How many of those prove or did they admit to were illegals? It was like 1.5.
1.5 million.
Nobody was on.
I thought nobody thought.
How's that work?
Illegal immigrants can't be on SNAP.
That whole thing.
That's what I read.
That's what they told us for the past couple of years.
So yeah, if y'all know how that works,
let's calling out the bullshit.
Yeah,
enough is enough. Like, hey, it's for some people to already some questions because you guys told us one thing and come to find out it's been a different story.
Yeah,
somebody's full of shit and yeah.
I don't know what's going on.
And madness. Enough of the lies. Let's realize that we did some things that weren't smart, and let's figure out how to fix it using common sense without alienating people. I'm not trying to make anybody that's on SNAP feel bad or anything. I want to help y'all.
No, absolutely.
I want to find a way.
Like I've been on benefits, like I said,
like let's graduation program where we help you move ahead.
Let's just not get a long-term thing. That's what a lot
of to succeed.
Yeah, let's make it. A temporary to help you on your feet,
incentivize you to get back on track, not to give you the reasons want to rejoin the regular workforce.
What do you think about the people blaming President Trump for all of this?
Man, that's just ridiculous nonsense. TDS, Trump.
Yeah.
Like Trump or not, I don't know what he did before. He was a billionaire. I like his policies. I'll tell you what, I think that his foreign policies are hands down probably the best that I've ever seen or read of any president that we've had.
These people are attacking these corporate
they just hate
billionaires,
anybody. They just hate Trump because if you ask them what they don't like about his policies, I'd give you $100 if they actually can name them that they don't like. Because the bottom line is, if you be honest with yourself, when you file your taxes of the year this year, you're going to be happier than you were last year. And you know who you can thank.
Yeah.
It's games.
I'm not saying agree with everything he's done, but I don't also disagree.
As a person, hey, I'm not the biggest fan, but the policies that he puts forth, I think that he puts America first.
No,
him in person, yes, he's probably not the best, but I'm not without sin either. The Bible, it says, he who casts the first stone, don't judge the other person for in their eye when you got a plank in yours.
Oh, yeah, I'm not perfect.
I'm not here to judge.
Yeah, I'm not judging.
But that's not his job. He's not up there to get criticized by us. He's up there to make decisions. The people that we elect to represent us are the people that write the rules that we have to live by.
Yeah.
Like, everybody forgets about that and is like, I just hate him because Orange Man or the Cheeto or what. That's asinine. Like, bro, he's making the rules, tells you how much taxes you have to pay at the end of the year. That's what's important.
But do you think these billionaires and Trump is playing a part in the SNAP food benefits? Like, do you think this has a part in it?
I don't think so, no.
Okay,
I don't think so. I mean, there's this one guy, I think it was one of the banking conglomerate guys. I mean, he stepped and paid the troops during the
Wow.
I mean, hey, don't get me wrong. I'm not one of these guys that are worth hundreds of billions of dollars. I'm like getting a little ridiculous, but at the same time, they earned it.
And that's my argument. I'm not going to knock somebody for up and
making it.
Building,
they did it. It's not like they were banks and got all that money.
No, they did it. They made it.
Some of them are less than ideal, in my opinion, how they are a person, and maybe they could be a little more empathetic or sympathetic towards the rest of us. But I'm not going to knock anybody because they made money.
Yeah. Neither am I, and I'm not going to feel like they owe me anything either.
They don't owe me nothing.
They don't.
No one
That's
owes
their
me
money.
If I want
exactly.
I get up and I go get it.
I don't feel like they have to owe at all.
Me. Yeah, no, that's. I mean, that unfortunately part of our country is like everybody wants to be mad or blame somebody why they don't have something or why they're not. Why they don't have whatever. I've
been seeing that a lot in the comments. A lot of people are blaming these big corporations and all of that.
Mark Cuban talks about that a lot, and I will give credit to Mark Cuban on that. He started to give employees of his companies, he started to give them like a stake in the company itself.
Yeah,
I really think that's a really idea, and so think about it. How do you incentivize to want to come to work, do a good job, work hard for you, put in those extra hours, not milk the clock, not quiet quit or whatever. incentivize there. If they have a vested interest in that company growing or doing well, I think he's on to. I think that's a very good. I think that's theory to try. I mean, I don't know. He's done it for him a couple of times, and it's worked for other people a couple of times. I think that's the only way, the real to get rid of wealth gap. But
okay, well, y'all have a wonderful evening, or time of the day it is for you, and we will catch up with y'all tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll read the comments and hopefully have a little short come back with your comments and answer some questions or propose new ones.
All right.